All right. What's going on, guys? What a day in the mercado, in the market. Wow, I don't know what to say. Today was a lot of waiting and nervousness, which is not good because you should never trade with your emotions. But we were just watching the SPY all day. Back to markets here. SP 500. Right, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 green days in a row. Like we said yesterday, last time I did that was in 74 or 76, something like that. So either we tie the record, right, or we get another, or we get a red day because it's just way overbought conditions. And we actually put in another all-time high today, and then we sold off. And when it was putting that all-time high, I was thinking, are you serious? Like, can we please get a break here? So we saw 413.96, almost a break of 414. I'm glad that we didn't get all the way up there, because had we seen strong through 414 whole number inflection point, right? Those whole numbers are where people like to trade psychologically. That could have been bad. So we went all the way up, and then we get this push down in the afternoon, right? And I liked that. If you see through here, right, the volume is just getting less and less and less, and then we see this big sell-off and just push way down, and my put started printing and doing good. And then into close, we saw a huge green candle, people trying to keep it up, and so we see almost just shy of 4 million volume candle right there. And then into after hours, we saw big volume for a little bit, about the next 10 to 12 minutes or so, and then we sold off a little bit, still finished up 0.1%. Some allergies or something going, itchy nose. But yeah, so tomorrow on the daily, I still like another down day. Every time we have a big rip like this, we see a push back down afterwards, even if it's just a little bit. And if we use our Fibonacci retracement tools, which if you guys have never used these, they are awesome. Oops, and better get rid of that one and shrink the chart here so we can get a better setting. And we'll put that in there, and we're at the high here. All right, so this is Fibonacci retracement, and we should be looking about that right on the level, somewhere in 407, right? 407, 408 in that range. I like, yeah, 408 more is the range. Yep, 78%. So 408 is a little bit more of where we should be looking. And if you don't know how Fibonacci retracements work, you can check that out on YouTube, any YouTube video that just explains that. I'm not going to go through because I don't understand them well enough to tell you guys how to use them. Let's get rid of that. But I just looking at them, I know what I'm looking for. So there we go. Yeah, 408 level basically touching off. I didn't have that quite where it needed to be before 408. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Tomorrow, somewhere in that range. Hopefully, if it continues, that's gonna be the bottom. I'm hoping it's 408 range, and I have puts all the way through from 412 all the way down to 407. The 407 is a gamble. I need to get out of that position. I almost did today. Got to a spot where I could have, and that big push down, but was at work, not looking at my charts 100%. As far as the rest of the market goes, we saw some consolidation today. Someone said, "Why is everything turning red?" Well, we had overbought conditions. Everything has been green for a long time. And yeah, some of the big EV names and big tech names that we've been in maybe haven't been as much, but it didn't rip up as much as we would have liked them to before, but it was just crazy conditions beforehand. So let's take a look at, let's see, we want my watch list. Doesn't want to go there. Oh, Webull logged me out. Well. ARKQ. Oh, it saved my chart though. That's weird. Logged me out of my chart. So today we saw a little bit of this start, and then maybe we're going to get into this right here, right? So there was the two options. Either we break out here or we come down here, and this is what we're looking at. Volume for the bears did increase as it did the entire market through. Let's take a look at GameStop. This moved big today, GME. GameStop had a big day, which holds above this level here, which was support in the 118, 120 range, come into the 138, 140 range, and we have a big rip up all the way to 172. I like them for some continuation because they finished strong up here at the top. And this is the most volume we've seen in 2 weeks probably of trading sessions. So GameStop, big time there. And another one that we like today to go over is Coinbase. And Coinbase, they were direct listing. There was no IPO. Let's take a look at the minute chart because it was just insane. Came out the gate and just ripped up. And as soon as it started ripping, this is when the SPY got its big push down. I think a lot of volume was transferring out of things, rotating out and into this. And just massive candles, 9 million, 2 million, 1 million, 2 million, all the way up, each candle. And these are not cheap shares. So came into that, and then we just downside all day, and then a little bit of push up. And that's usually how IPOs go, right? IPOs open big, or not IPOs, direct listings. IPOs open, or direct listings and IPOs open big, both of them. Then all of your inside investors, all the employees, people that have shares, have the opportunity to liquidate at market open, so they sure can. And that's probably what's happening here. I was watching the order book, and just some massive blocks of shares were going through. And that's how it works. And I even read too, the Coinbase CEO gave each one of the 1,700 employees 25 grand worth of shares extra before they opened up. So there you go there, right? If they were smart, they would have sold up here at the top. I bet a lot of them are still holding on to it. So that is that. For tomorrow, ATNF. Yes, I like these guys coming in tomorrow. Let's take a look at the daily, right? So this is our level support in here, resistance, and we break it a little bit, and then we come down after this big run up, and we're holding right in these levels here. So tomorrow's gonna be really key. We might get a bounce, and after these 2 red days, we're still holding above these levels down here, which was the gap up. Could see a push up into tomorrow. I like that definitely, but that's really, guys. There's not a whole lot. Specifically stock-wise that I'm watching. For bullish movement, I'm bearish right now, right? Bearish swipe down. I think the market's going down right now. It should, in theory. Tomorrow, there's not any real big news that's coming out that should affect the market one way or the other. However, and I don't think job reports come out tomorrow. I think that's next week. However, we're about to get into earnings season, right? A lot of big tech names and things are going to be putting out their earnings, which is going to widely affect how their stocks perform. A lot of times the week of earnings, stocks will run up big time. So let's take a look at like Tesla, for example, right? Which, we need to talk about Tesla actually. Tesla, right? I played Tesla really well today. Really happy with this trade. So in pre-market, right, we gap up big time. So we're all the way here in 757. We gap up all the way to 778, 786, and then at open we're down here, and we rip up to 781, and we're coming back through in here, and I think right in here, 775, yeah, 775, 776 range. I said, okay, ton of green, and we're way overbought on like a 30-minute even. Oh no, where's today? We're just way overbought here still, right? And then when we get this big retraction on the 30-minute, so you can kind of tell it was good in the 5-minute as well. And we get this jump up, and then they reject it hard, boom, and it is a bearish doji on the 5-minute. The opposite wicks up here rather than down here. Coming back down, and I grab puts in the 775 range. Just one put, really cheap. Actually a $700 strike, right? So that's got a lot of ground to cover with a short expiration date. But if you're going to trade options, quick flip them like that, that's the beauty of trading something like Tesla or the SPY, where big movements will put out big percentages for your options. He's got to be watching and make sure it's a good setup. So I got him in here, and I'm holding actually through till tomorrow, and probably sell at open tomorrow. And I love the way we close, breaking back down almost to the low of day. Daily. But anyways, what we were going over is the earnings, and you can see is a good example of Tesla earnings. Let's see. So Tesla has the earnings here. Usually, leading up to earnings, Tesla and a lot of these big tech names will run up. So you can see here, these guys are chilling in around the 800 range, and the week before earnings, they run up all the way to their high of all time, 940, right? then 940 they hit, and then earnings, and then boom, massive gap down, sell off, and they didn't really look back after this push back up to 877 and just all the way back down to here to our lows. And now we're in this trend coming back up. So be watching earnings this next week. Tomorrow I am still bearish on the SPY unless something big happens. Honestly, if we see big volume come through, I will be surprised if we see green. Let me get rid of this. The close is a little scary, yes, in that, all right, we have this bearish volume, but I think, in my opinion, to be a bear trap, right? Say, hey guys, guess what? This is the bottom. We're going back up. I don't think so. We didn't even have a 1% retracement. Just a couple bucks to come back down. And I think we see some more retracement all the way back down to the 409, at least 408 levels. And I'm hoping for a gap down at open. We will see what happens. But on the daily, it's not hard to see that every time SPY has a big run up like this, there's big sell-offs. And this was, this is scary times for things, but we see sell-off. So in here, rip up, sell off, a couple days. Big rip up, couple days sell off. Big rip up, sell off, up, sell off, right? So what goes up must come down. And the other thing I like is this bearish volume that came in here today. A lot bigger than we've seen in the last, all these trading sessions. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bears and bulls, traders and tradies, I don't know. Good luck tomorrow. Hope it's green for you. I want red in the SPY. And once we hit the bottom there, we're looking for these supports like the 408, then flip and hopefully ride it back up. Lastly here, my account for the stimulus challenge as of today, we are sitting at, see that? Yeah, buddy, just over 10K. And again, these are real numbers, right? Move as I go. Just over 10K in the stimulus account challenge. And we're on our way up. At one point today, I was at like 13K, but I was at work, couldn't watch charts all the way. Couldn't sell right when I needed to, but that's okay, right? Live and you learn, and that's why I'm working to one day be able to do that and just watch them without fail. Work on my exits. If you want a free stock, hit the link in the description of this video to get a free stock for you and for me, your buddy on Webull. And that's it. Have a good one.